Hello and welcome. Hey guys, just ignore how, of course, Monday I look, but I've decided that that's part of the gang. It's part of the drill on Monday. I'm gonna decorate this wall. So welcome to the Monday Method. I just realized I'm probably too loud. I might be getting crunchy. Keep me posted on levels of music versus my level and things like that. Okay, not where I want to think. But hi, welcome to the Monday Method. I'm Bright for anybody who happens to be watching that doesn't already know that. And I'm a musician and artist from Philadelphia. And do you want to do that? Or you want to come down already and say hi? You're very impatient. I mean, if they didn't do it, just do it. Mel wanted to say hi, and I feel like all of you guys would get a kick out of the fact that she's popped out with the baby bump in a big way this week.
Live
This is new. Those came earlier. Those have been there for a little while.
I got from my walk.
So, welcome to 2021. 2020 is behind us, and it was a shit year, and I'm not yet convinced 2021 is going to be appreciably different, but we're going to try. We're going to certainly try. In the last year, most of which was pandemic, I have changed what I do completely. I used to be just the lead singer of an alternative rock band. Now I am still the lead singer of that alternative rock band. I'm still the lead singer of an alternative rock band, but I'm also a prolific solo artist. I've put out like a full album's worth of songs this year, and more coming. And I've become a writer, a thing I haven't done in years, and I'm publishing stories and poetry. And I'm, for the first time in my life, officially able to say I'm an artist, which is really nice. I'm music knocked back, by the way. I'm an artist. I'm officially publishing a webcomic, which is coming out on the order of twice a month. I'm going to try to get on the schedule, but, you know, while there's still only a handful of us reading it, I'm not super worried about that. But all these things are piling up and bit by bit becoming money. I mean, not enough yet, but it's giving me hope because I would like to stay home and take care of Potato as much as possible for the first year. So if I can do this as a job, that would be great. That'd be amazing. And I'm making like less than minimum wage right now, but it's not ludicrous money anymore. It's not like a joke. It's like art is now covering my rent. It's not covering any of my other expenses, but it's covering my rent, and my side hustle of editing is picking up the slack more or less. I don't know if I'm going to be ahead for a while yet, but you know, if we can keep on getting the Patreon out there in front of people, if you guys could do the occasional social media post to talk about my work or my art, or just, you know, share Sadie on Instagram or tell people about it, put it in your stories on Instagram, or whatever you kind of like, whatever you do to tell people about stuff, that'd be amazing. I did make some efforts in the last couple of weeks to make additional upgrades to the show. One of the big upgrades to the Monday Method is that I can now do this. Welcome to my iPad screen, and welcome to the picture-in-picture for my iPad screen. Hello. I'm hanging this up myself, too. Like that. So, using all of this stuff, look. So using all of this stuff, I can show you guys work in real time, as evidenced by me moving that screen around, which I think is super cool. And obviously you guys have all seen the New Year's special, but let's take a second to appreciate how much better that art is than what I was doing on the Wacom tablet, now that I can officially draw on the screen. How much more comfortable, although this is an incomplete version of the art, as you can see by the fact that I haven't done the erasing on that. So I'm going to do that before we keep going, because it's just going to bother me. And we'll talk about why I use an eraser to get my final product on Procreate, but I do, and it's great. As you can see, it allows me to be a little free and informal with the style of coloring I do, which gives me this, like, I don't know what this look is, graffiti almost? Because I am using the spray paint feature here on Procreate. Just gonna clean that up while we're talking. And so today we're gonna do, we're gonna work on, we're not gonna finish because only Patreon gets to see the finished products early, but we are gonna work on and give you guys all a sneak peek at an upcoming edition of Sadie, which for the first time is going to feature a character which is neither Sadie nor Sadie's cloak. More than one, in fact. But I was really happy with the way this turned out, and it's established a few things. One, doesn't matter which side of Sadie. It doesn't matter. I'm wiggling that so you can see what I'm looking at. No, we don't want that. I missed it. So it doesn't matter whether. So you can see in panel 1 here. It doesn't matter whether the teeth are on that side or on this side. It's over here. It doesn't matter. I've decided that doesn't. It just doesn't matter. Also, Sadie's horn changed shape, but this is becoming the formal look. They were originally much higher, and I think I liked them better a little lower, but again, could change. I'm really enjoying Procreate. I would not get rid of Photoshop for if anybody's thinking of going all one way or all the other. I think Procreate is better for sketching and painting, and I think Photoshop is better at everything else. I would not recommend, nor do I myself enjoy, doing typography, lettering, layout, anything like that on Procreate. It's a nightmare for all of those things. It's really great to just draw stuff. So this is Mr. Yost. This is a character from the... Ooh, there's stuff on the screen that lands here. Mr. Yost is a character from the Dystopia University novelization, whatever it's going to turn out to be. This is a character that Patreon readers you will get to meet very soon. It's going to be the next excerpt that I share. But Mr. Yost is a very nice, normal-looking guy with no eyes or nose. Well, maybe a nice, normal-looking, incredibly tall and thin guy. I don't know. But none of that is today's project, because today's project is this, what will be this new version of Sadie, which is going to involve some monster creation. Now, this is a guy I'm in the middle of working on, and, you know, it's an okay sketch. It's got some good stuff in it. Needs some cleanup. Needs me to go through and refine a few things. And obviously needs a lot of color and a lot of other stuff in the panel. And then we're going to do a total of 3 monsters today, ideally. And I don't know what they're all going to be yet, because I'm going to wing it as I go. But hopefully, and obviously this is on the side here, this is an open door. But we're going to just kind of get to work on it. And you guys tell me in the chat what you think, and you know, ask questions about the process. I will happily engage with you and talk while we are working. Erase this color. So what I do is I color sort of freeform, and then I erase to get the precision that I want, because it just ends up neat and clean. It needs more clothing. Well, that would make it less terrifying. Actually, one of the things I've been toying with giving it is this. Let me see if I can is I've been toying with giving it, that's a thicker brush than I want. So is that. I don't like what this brush is doing right now, but I'm going to give it like a little bit of an anglerfish thing up top. It's basically a fat guy with an anglerfish's head kind of here. Elephant feet. Thanks, Veronica. I appreciate that. It's come a long way in a short period of time, And there's an upgrade coming on the audio side of things in the near future as well. I'm happy to say. Something I've been needing for a while. That's better. Now let's get some color in there. Actually, I like this dark green for that. Also, this is ask me questions about what this works like, what this is like. I gotta go to my color layer so that did I accidentally draw this? I did accidentally. I gotta draw that one more time. I put it on the wrong layer. I could just copy and paste it and create a layer from it and shortcut it, but I'll just draw it again because I like everything neat. So to my ink layer, and let's make that even a hair skinnier. Go into black, and I like this Mercury, which is it's just one of the default pens, but it's really great. Kind of like bamboo or a bendy straw what I'm drawing here, isn't it? That's super creepy. Okay, and then back to my color layer and back to the darkish green, and then that lets me grab like a paintbrush. I like some of these kind of quirky, like, loose brushes a lot. And that lets me dial in a pretty textured color for these. And I don't worry too much when I'm coloring yet. I've already figured out that you can kind of just do what you gotta do and then go in and get that precision with an eraser. This creature with the giant teeth is a new creation. We'll talk about that. But probably not on the show because I don't want to give away Sadie stuff. And then I just want a very light green opacity to this. Okay, that's pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is one of my favorite features of Procreate is these luminance brushes, which allow me to do like that kind of stuff. Which is really remarkably fun. It allows me to give it the appearance of being glowy. That's not the right brush. Horn Gus? That's cute. I think I just want to use a treble brush. Yeah, that's going to give it some gross green luminance. And then I will grab... Ooh, wait, I actually want to see what this one's like first, too. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, grosser green luminance like that. And then we'll grab a tiny bit of flare on a white. And just tap that. And then what I'll do next is I'll get into like a charcoal-y kind of look and a really deep, dark color. Maybe let's do like a darkish gray. There's a lot of gray in this. And I'm going to go to layer 16 as an underlayer. So that enables me to do things like this. And I can color the background things without... And of course, you can see it's not ready for that, but just to show you how the work goes. And okay, so I got to do this mouth. I got to color in this mouth, and I have to decide what's the tongue look like. Guys. I haven't drawn that yet. I got to ink the tongue. Procreate's $10. It's ridiculous value. There's no reason not to get it if you have an iPad that can use it. It is $10 frigging. I'm gonna redraw all of that actually. is this St. Andrew's cross. So I don't like the way that it looks, but it was just a reminder for myself to put mine in there. Because I have to evoke the concept of a torture chamber here. Yeah, it's a ludicrous value. I don't like. There's just there's no earthly reason not to get Procreate if you've got an iPad that can use it. There's just no reason. I'm gonna find. It's got this palettes thing, which is great. I think I like the kind of a brownish color like that, but I want it darker. Actually, I want the light one first. Really? So, program a Bluetooth mouse to work with an iPad. Yes, I did know that. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab I like the airbrush and spray paint stuff for color, so I'm gonna grab an ultrafine spray paint brush, gonna make it pretty small, and I'm gonna line this frigging loincloth. Oop, I'm on the wrong layer. So I just caught myself there. I was on the ink layer, so it went over the ink. I wanna draw beneath the ink layer to keep everything clean. And for the record, there are faster ways to color. Procreate has a pretty simple and easy to use fill feature, but I'm gonna show you, but I don't use it habitually. I'm gonna use it here just so you guys can see how it works. But the way that you have to do is you have to create a line like this, like what I'm doing, and it's got to go all the way around the thing because the layer that I'm on doesn't have any boundary right now. Because remember, I'm not drawing on the layer with all this ink on it, I'm drawing beneath it. One of the things I really love about digital art is the ability to remedy things like you think about. And then what you can do is you can just, you can't see this until I get rid of the picture-in-picture. And actually, I gotta lose the full frame for a second to show you as well. Let's lose my frame. Okay, so up here in my toolbar, that's brushes. This is a smudger. That's my eraser. That's my layers bar. And that's my color wheel. And what you can do is you can push and hold on the color wheel, and it will let you drag the color away and drop it like that. I did something wrong there though, because it's supposed to only fill the area that I wanted it to fill. Can I do that? I'm in the right layer. That's why I don't use it, because I find it not to always do what it's supposed to do. So, let's get to a nice light, sort of more yellow in there. Yeah, like a nice burlappy, gross yellow. And lower the opacity a little, and yeah, I gave him a happy trail. I gave him an unhappy trail. Okay, and then I think let's go with a splatter look and see what we get. Make that nice and small. So I love that I can sort of freehand my way into rough textures this way. And of course I gave him a very unhappy trail. Joe, I've done a lot of the charcoal stuff too. It's a lot of fun for me as well, for the same reasons. I trained in realism in college. Like, all the art classes I took were for, like, you know, figure drawing and realism and things like that, but I don't do a lot of that now, I find. But I still love the lessons I got from doing it then. Okay, and then we're going to lower the opacity, change the size to slightly larger, and we're going to go back to this darker brown. And we're going to go again. Just to give it... I just like the way things look when he hasn't been neutered. It's just you're unhappy if you have to reach the end of that trail. I like the multicolored look that you get when you do this, and it's like a little more, slightly more labor intensive, obviously. But I mean, I just think that's a much better look than if I had just dropped a raw color in there. And then, of course, get my eraser and go in and clean up again. Actually, there's a fair amount to clean up in here because it sprayed all that distance. And it's okay for my style if some of this is a little rough, because I like that look, and also because I did set the goal early on that I needed to be able to put these out without them being incredibly time consuming, because I don't have the platform required to charge what art would be worth based on the amount of time it takes me. And I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that anyway. Okay. Clear off his weird elephant toes. And then we're gonna grab... Let's get like a bleak dark yellow. Yeah. Go around. Let's ink that. So a lot of my work historically has been with marker, like comic book stuff. And so that's the discipline I would say that informs this the most, is doing like comic work. I'm gonna grab the smudger. See all that up. Kind of a gross sheen. Yeah, that's good. We got to do something very similar to his teeth. Give my boy some plaque build up. By the way, does anybody else think it's really horrifying that I gave him 2 regular flat human front teeth in the middle of this? Probably be 40 before I can charge for art per square inch. Yeah. Oh, Doc, congrats on the capacitors, man. That's wicked. Just put some plaque in this dude's teeth and tusks, because these are tusks, obviously. Really nasty, like reddish gummy pink. Should have dark red gums. I'll probably shoot those through at some vein. See, this time you guys aren't watching me figure something out. You're watching me draw with a little self-assuredness, which I think might be the first time it's happened in the show, because I'm just in a good place with it right now. I am way ready for the Divine Lorraine guitar conversation, Doc, and so is Peter, so let's talk about that ASAP, brother. The other thing is I'm making a pedal board upgrade to give myself something that's a little more user-friendly for the show. I love singular pedals. I always have, I always will. But there's a multi-effect unit out there in the world that's got a few really appealing features. And I think I'm going to put my stimulus money at it into getting it. When that comes in. Art doesn't have an expiration date, as it shouldn't. Alright, let's get into a nice black again. And my Mercury brush, which I love. I love this brush because it does, depending on how you manipulate the Apple Pencil, it does a bunch of different things. And it's really pressure sensitive. So that's really appealing to me. So let's go back to the ink layer. Biologically, I got to figure out how human his mouth is or is not. You know what I mean? Like, it's I can do the sort of can do that kind of thing. And sort of rivet a little bit. Like a little bit of a uvula. Fill all that in, so it doesn't matter. You're on layer 16, then under layer. So we got a little bit gone. Back to the ink layer we go, and I'm not going to give it a uvula. I'm going to give it this weird fishy rib layer going back into its mouth, and then its tongue, I think, can be just a big, fat, nasty, salivating bed. Yeah, Doc, I'm already going in that direction too. And give the impression of a mildly bifurcated tongue, and the tongue is going to be. Let's go for let's see what we can find in the pink areas. I'm going to make the tongue really, really pink, like Pepto pink. Let's see if that's creepy. Back to my color layer. By the way, if you guys have guesses as to why I'm doing these, let me know. It's a story-related reason, which I think you guys probably have figured out, as evidenced by the whole this is being drawn on Sadie's 4-panel template. I find this art stuff on Mondays so soothing, you guys. I really love it. Although, if I decide to stop drawing tonight while we're on the show, I will grab my piano and start showing you a thing I'm working on. And we might I might write a little song in front of you. I did send off that's my song "Bad Decisions" to Brian to be placed under consideration. All right, let's see if it works this time. Hey, it kind of worked. Why isn't it dropping the color in the way that's supposed to? I also do like to solve these little mysteries as I go. I do not understand how to use this particular tool. And I don't like that it's annoying to figure out, so we're just gonna... Ah! We're just gonna do it manually because it's gonna be faster. I also do like that you see it, the ink spread is visible. So, again, I think it's maybe just an outgrowth of the fact that I like imperfections, but that's really appealing to me, that you can see the color lines. I think that's an approach that is in my music as well. Brian's guitar? Come at it, in a sort of a vaguely white way. Ivoryish. Cool. Do some filling on these teeth in the color layer. I've been enjoying the rock soundtrack we're getting tonight. Also, you can't just let your white background exist on something, in my opinion. So it's just lazy. So even though this is close to the background color, you gotta do it. You gotta color it. Okay. So, red, light opacity. Let's get a better coloring brush. Let's get back into my spray paint. There we go. Lower the opacity a bunch, shrink the nozzle. And away we go. And it's going to be okay if there's bleed, because what I'm going for here is going to be a sort of a gradient. So, slightly less opaque there. Slightly more opaque, I mean. And again, I'm sure there's other ways to do this, but this is just kind of where I'm at with this. We'll see if the method of my madness is going to pay off as we go. Oh shit, no, don't do that. That's a feature I really do like in Procreate, but it wasn't going to be handy there. It does this thing where it'll auto straight line stuff if you hold the mouse for a while after you draw a line, which is great for, drawing really straight lines. I don't use it often, but I have used it. Okay. Let's lighten up a little bit. And I think I'm going to go through and add some greeny gray overtones in the mouth as well. Again, kind of just leaning into the fish thing. Oh, let's put my hands back in the shot. Sorry, guys. Is it better or worse with my hands on the shot? I feel like it's better. Thank you, Cody. Thanks, Cody. Music has come down a little further. I can't tell. Your volume is different than mine, so just tell me if it's better or worse at any point, and we're good. Yeah. This is just my genre right here. This shit, I love it. How you doing, Cody? Trying a process idea now. Instead of doing the fade live, I'm gonna just color and then see if I can do the fade with the tool. I feel like the music should be really quiet now, right? Or is it just gone for you guys? It's showing up as like very low peak on my little monitor I have for you guys. I'm not like it to the point where it looks like to me like you might not be able to hear it. Then again, I think you're also hearing it a little bit through my microphone, so where? There you go. Can you hear the music right now? Hey man, nothing happening is great sometimes. Okay. Let's shoot this eraser. Size on it. Yeah, okay, that's catching the work. Sometimes you just gotta trust the process. Black with ultralight opacity, and we start at the bottom. And you'll see it'll just slowly, subtly darken things. That's absolutely the plan. Nice, obnoxious, vilely dark green. See, that's a great feeling, man. Sometimes the For You page is weirdly validating. I'm on there right now for a story I told that people are having a giggle about. It's gotten a couple hundred hits in the last, I don't know, hour or something. But I told the story about when I was at a gig and a woman rushed at me and ground my leg so hard that she left a snail trail on my jeans. It's not a good day. Smudge tool's great. Yeah, it was a bad gig. I did not enjoy myself. Cuz, hey! What up, Kara? Kara is my people. We're listening to indie rock and I'm drawing monsters. This is where we're at right now. Spoiler, that's coming next. Underlayer. Good texture. Happy New Year. Hey, Danny. Thanks, baby. They have a lot of cool effects and textures and shit. I tend to like this concrete block one. Okay. Which is way too huge, of course. One funny thing about the coloring method I use. Do as you're told, iPad. Stop it. There we go. He's almost translucent in his extremities, which allows the floor to bleed through into his body a little bit. I think I like it. Now you guys are getting a sense of exactly how many hours I've put into drawing these comics for you. Okay, concrete floor, dig it. What about behind him? keep reminding myself that this is a comic strip and it's supposed to look like one, and not everything's supposed to be perfectly drawn. Institutional blue-gray. I dig that. We'll look for that. I know exactly what you mean. Oop, I put that on the wrong layer. Whatever, I'll do it later. What do you do, Marble Brush? What do you like? You're creepy. But you are too overrighty. Alright, let's try another one. Texture brushes. And also, I think I need to add a little more gray to that. So close to the screen. Yep, underlayer. Yep. I got you on my hands instead of my face because I'm sure I'm making dumb faces this whole time. Let's go to my regular top color layer again and see if we can. Okay. So the reason I can do I like underlayers coloring is that I can now erase with precision on this crosses layer without erasing this beneath or worrying about blending. So that's nice. He needs to be darker in color, doesn't he? Thank you. I didn't catch that yet, but I'm sure I would have. I always do a last minute hunt for shit like that. I don't know why that's making you laugh, buddy. Oh, they have an actual wood brush. I confess, I am curious. What do you like? Oh, you're a cheap shortcut, but I'm kind of here for it. Nah, I don't like it. I mean, you can already see it's going to be a very repetitive pattern. Just looking for something with a little texture to it. Yeah, that'll do. That driftwood. This does have really Tudor Cinema Club vibes. That's true, Doc. He hasn't seen a lot of things in a while. But he doesn't get his pleasure from his toes. Oh, shit. I made a mistake. I gotta color the door in a new layer. Let's try that again. One of my callings in life, I think, was to make monster movies. As anyone who's in my games knows, I love a creature feature. By the way, no one's pointed out the thing about him that creeps me out the most yet, and it's not the long arm or the pilot fish or the giant mouth. It's the fact that I gave him the dew claw. Too dark, dude. How about an olive drab? I'm not done yet, but trust me, I'm getting to where I want to go. Show you a trick I use a lot. So the dark gave me the pattern I wanted, and then erasing or painting over it, I should say, with a light opacity white brush on different size settings allows me to add striations and lines where the color is less, although I do have to now come in here and just where are we here? Oh. Get back to this back then. The loincloth. You wanted to be, what's it, is that Ray Davies that I'm thinking of? Is he the guy? The guy that does Abe Sapien and Silver Surfer and all that stuff? There's always a lot of gray in these comics, and I'm kind of okay with that. I'll get better at palette stuff eventually, I'm sure. Oh, you're most scared of the creature's loincloth? No, see, that's there for your protection. You'd be much worse off if there wasn't one. Trust me. I picture the whole setting as kind of like a hospital basement, so lots of really boring color palettes deliberately. I'll go with a nice black, lower my opacity a bunch, and darken it. Different striations and levels because I really like that. So it takes me probably 4 hours to do a full comic at this point, I'd say. Just because it's pushing an hour per panel. Jen says the meep flower. Don't know what that means, but that's a funny phrase. No, for me, the thing I'm most afraid of is the fact that he has 4 fingers and a dew claw. I don't know why that freaks me out, but when I thought of it, it really freaked me out. And don't worry about it going over the edges of the box here, because I'll fix that at the end. But let's get into, this guy is distinctly less complicated. So probably be able, I did him earlier today while I was debating what the show was going to be like, to be honest. And he is, I would say, pretty obviously based on, I actually considered letting this guy out of the lines a bit, but decided that would feel too meta. There's enough meta in the show already. Oh my god. Comic. There's enough meta in the comic already. Ah! Keep slipping. Thank you for the 100 bits. Meeps creep me out from Popeye. This is not Sadie's brother. But I like that you guys are making plot-based guesses here and there. So Joe, I'm not sure if you've done this or not, but another thing that I've been finding really helpful is I got a paper feel screen cover here, which adds a little kind of resistance. To the pencil, and I really like it. Actually, you guys didn't even see. That's my cover. I bought the cover in paper feel, or paper like, or whatever the hell it's called, together. This is an old iPad, by the way. Please don't think that I randomly had $100 or $1,000 laying around. I did not. This is used. Yeah. That's just to give me a boundary to erase against. I might actually need a threshold in this door. Alright. I'm a dope, it didn't put those in the right layer. Alright, let's grab from here. And that's the straight line thing. Very useful when you need something precise. I'll show you how I do a brick wall real quick too. Once I get the erasure done. Alright, go back to the color layer. Grab the eraser and let's do this. It's okay again if it gets a little sloppy. Should the hinge be this or that? Hey, dude, I'm not a contractor, and it's a fictional hellscape. I'm cool with the hinges being wherever the hell they want to be. If you didn't see hinges, you might not realize there was a door. So that's why they're there. I'm helping people's brains decide what they need to decide. Comic book, bro. Okay, and I'm gonna very quickly pop the color layers out of this. Oh shit, did I draw something else on the wrong layer as well? I did. That's frustrating. Alright, I'm gonna actually have to... I need to grab this bit and remove it from that layer, and then just paste it and see if that worked. No, that didn't work yet. I know how to do this, and this is a thing I know how to do in Photoshop very easily. Alright, let's... Shit, nope. Grab this bit. Copy. And... I don't know how to fucking... If I hit that again, it's gonna go away. Oh, there it worked. My pencil sketch layers. There are a bunch of those. Okay. Color. I should now be able to erase that. With no repercussions. Great. Yeah, that seems to have worked. Okay. So, here is how I've taken to doing brick walls. Like I did over there. It's not complicated. Just go to my ink layer. Go start erasing at approximately. I could do this way more precisely if precision were an issue here, but again, fictional hellscape, not a high priority. So I've erased all those, go back over here, make a nice tiny mercury brush, and I'm going to go do these. A little curly Q. Fuckers. Which are my guides for mortar. Whoa. Oops. I'm not bothering to go for super straight lines here either, because bricks don't generally have perfect lines. And in my mind, this was not done by a particularly good builder. It's the kind of thing I normally pick the iPad up for. Just add some imperfection lines to the bricks. Nothing crazy, don't overthink it. It's just so that when I color them, they have some interest. Because again, not going for photorealism, I would go insane if I did that. It's not the same door as last time. Also, my comic already has major continuity issues, and I don't care. Sadie's teeth. Sadie's teeth are not always on the same side of Sadie's mouth. Sadie's horns sometimes have a whole extra curl, and sometimes they don't, because it's just hard to draw. And I'm modifying the art as I go to decide what matters. Alright, let's get into the color layer. Find me a bricky sort of color. I think I'm going to go for a compressed charcoal look because it should yield a fairly bricky look. Screw it, we're just going to go down all of this and we'll fill in the mortar later. That is actually very brick looking. Love it. Not sure what the song was called, but I like it. Where are you? All A Plus A by Jan Joseph Circa. It's got a nice vibe. Although I will say it sounds like the stock music that somebody buys to make a promotional sizzle reel of how exciting their new business venture is. iPad slip again. space for those. I want to fill those. So let's get back to the charcoal and fill in this side. Roasted maple guitar necks? I have not. I didn't know roasted maple was a thing. Talk to me about it. What's it like? That's interesting to me. Was that laugh because of my my comments on how wildly? Because I made this joke on a comic at one point. I said the art in this comic is going to be wildly something. I can't remember what the word was. Inconsistent, probably. I meant it because I'm going to learn new things periodically and use them. So this is about all the brickwork I ever want to draw. So Sadie's rooms and spaces are going to continue to be, you know, not labor intensive like this because it's just not a good use of my time. Unless this was making me enough money that it was my full-time job, and then I could definitely stand and devote more to it. But this has got to be, this can't take up more than a few hours a week because it doesn't really earn me much outside of people picking up Sadie-based merchandise, which is not a huge market right now, but could become one. All right. I mean, I love the sound of that, Doc. That sounds super cool. I forgot to. This song just kind of sounds like a knockoff Wagon Wheel. Indie rock's got room for country-oriented shit. Yeah, this is a pretty reasonably nice brick effect I'm getting here. I can already think of something I wish I'd done different from the beginning, but I didn't, so we're gonna roll with it. Maybe it's less honky-tonk sounding with the vocals in. Who knows? But yeah, that was pretty extreme. I really like that the iPad and Apple Pencil combo has automatic like palm smudge rejection. So I don't have to get one of those drawing guy gloves like you do if you have a Cintiq. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, like and subscribe if you're enjoying what I'm doing, y'all. I find this very therapeutic. Part of the reason I'd switched to the Monday Method format was because I didn't... I know everybody feels obligated to tip when I do shows. And I wanted to give you guys a place to hang out where, like, if you felt like tipping, you could and it'd be fine. But where, like, it wasn't a emotionally draining performance. And I didn't want anyone to feel obligated to me. There we go. Checked Twitter. Do I want to know? Kind of do. I'm not seeing anything noticeable popping up on mine right now. I'm wondering if it's a Trump thing. It's usually a Trump thing. Now, let's pop this underlayer back in. And then we're going to go back to do black. Really fill this in. This sounds like OAR. Hi. What can I do for you?
I'm just looking.
You like this, like looking from here better?
Uh-huh.
You could pull up a chair if you want.
I'm okay.
You'd always welcome me.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, this show exists now primarily because I want to feed Potato. I want Potato to have food.
We're making potato food right now.
Of course we are. I want to be able to be home as much as possible, and working from here would, help. Huge crush on Olivia Wilde. Oh, that's... Alright, explain to me why Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde is conduct unbecoming. I guess I don't know why that would be. I'm not saying I don't believe it, I'm just saying I don't know. Certain asshole congressman is getting the president's wealth. Gross. Gotcha. Yeah, that's gross. I'm wondering which asshole congressman it is. Is it fucking Ted Cruz? I mean, Harry Styles is at this point dating a couple of John Mayer's exes. I think he's done that more than once now. He's dated definitely at least one of John Mayer's exes at this point. Maybe he's just filling in that role now that John can't. And it's okay. He's not as good a songwriter or musician as John Mayer, but I think for his age, he is less of a certifiable asshole than John Mayer was at that age. All right. Crowdfunding ideas for the third panel of Monster. Now that we have worked out these guys. Incenses. Well, I would get angry if it was... I'd get angry about Rand Paul. Oh, gross. It's Nunes. Devin Nunes and Jim Jordan. That's terrible. It's absolutely more of his grift because he just awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom to the top Republican on the House Intelligence Committee, which means the guy that investigated the 2016 Russia shit. He's not even hiding how corrupt he is, guys. It's pretty funny. All right, so send me ideas for monster number 3, but I think we're gonna put the iPad away. Maybe, as fun as that's been. Two good monster panels for you guys to check out. And then this way, you guys get to see the finished comic later and remember this part of the process, which is nice. I like these two panels a lot. The next doorway is going to be an archway through which something horrifying is going to be seen. Actually, wait, you know what? Don't bother with ideas. I just came up with it. It's going to happen. Whew. Okay. Popping my frame back in so we can chit chat for a hot minute, and I'm gonna mute the music and pop open Logic for a little bit. Don't mind me making noise over this. Good, you are in Omni mode. So I'm gonna try to write. And yeah, we're gonna close the iPad, which, by the way, again, just 3 cheers for my awesome iPad cover. Love it. Leave that there charging for a hot minute. A monster-like flower. It's not bad. Oh, here you go. This is a new thing I'm working on. Oh. Yeah, I'll play it to you through the speakers. I'll just let you listen through the speakers. Because I don't feel like hauling out my guitar right now. But I'm working on this soft-ish song. I wonder what I actually even have recorded on this. I think it might just be guitar and vocals. But I'm working on this sad song. That is actually a poem I wrote when I was like 13.
Like stars to the sea, they call to me. I can't lie here in the light of day. I'm a gun inside. Don't come inside and then leave me. I don't wanna be your heart anymore. I don't wanna be your armor. I don't wanna be your shield anymore. I don't wanna be your partner.
Something like that. Yeah. So that's a thing I've been working on. Thanks, Danny. Speaking of Pink Floyd, that song's pretty Pink Floyd-ish. And I don't know yet what I'm going to do to it, but I'm going to bring in some drums. I don't know if it's going to be electronic or what, but going for like a really sort of pad thing on it. And then I have this cute little piano jam that I haven't written a thing to yet that's in my head. And what I might do is bring the homie back over. What up, homie? You guys know you bought this for me too? Logic window too big. I can second screen. I like bread. The set of Philly Monk memes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Whoa. Alright. And then let's get a software instrument track up in here. Actually, I probably could just show you guys. Hey wife, you're on camera. What's this one? Screen share. Multimedia background. Hi. Oh, I could bring in the whole thing and just make that me. Okay, give me a second to get this situated the way it needs to be again. Whee! Whoa. We don't want that. There we go. All right. And then we got a loop back so you can listen to Logic. All right. Although, you know what? Actually, we don't need to do that yet. My sounds. We were just talking today about how finger drumming is my weak spot. But all right, let me see. Get a simple beat laying over that right quick. Nothing special. Oh, 1, 2, 3, let's do fuck it up right in the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Something's a little funky in there. You. Close your toilet. You too. Fucked it all up again, guys. Learning logic as we go. Let's try that again. I know exactly what I gotta do now. 1, 2, 3, and... Wrong sound, though. Yeah, it's gonna get the hi-hat first. Drag you in there. Should become. Okay. And then I'm just gonna grab that fucker and loop it the one time, and then I should be able to just loop this whole section, but I do not remember how to do that yet. So I'm gonna look it up. KT, man, I wish I could have done that for people. I want to do vinyl in 2021. I want to release a record on vinyl. It's my biggest goal as a musician for 2021 is to get enough tracks and financing together to do a proper full-length vinyl record. I'm supposed to find a thing called the region inspector. I want to, Danny. It's just a money question. I want to. It's just about whether I can make the Patreon big enough to justify. Because even getting 100 or 150 vinyls pressed is a few $1,000s, and I would have to know that enough of them would get sold to cover the costs, and I'd also have to get the cost up front, which I do not have at this time. All right. Where am I? What is the region inspector? Don't even know what the hell that is. It's got to be an easier way to do this. Have a Zoom concert again. I mean, I happily will. Once I have the music ready, I'll do what I got to do to figure out whether we can make a vinyl release happen. I just want to frickin' loop it. You would think if I just did a drop down, if I just did the drop down here, and it would just not, there would be a loop playback option like there is in Pro Tools. Place the pointer over the upper right edge of a region. Nope, not what I'm looking for. But I mean, I guess if in a pinch I can just do that. Because what I want is to have this going for a ways, so I can write to it. So, you know, just kind of go off into space with it. I'll show you what my initial writing process, one of my initial writing processes looks like. Yeah, if I did the concert again, well, I mean, hopefully we'll be able to do it live, like in a venue. That'd be the ideal way. Hopefully, when we can see the end of the pandemic and do it for reals. Failing that, we probably would not do it on Zoom. Was rough to listen back to. We probably would have to do it here or something like that, and then maybe do a Zoom hang to talk before and after for VIPs. That's what we'll do. If we do it again, we'll do the show on Twitch so that whoever wants can watch. But there will be either a pre or post show, like 30-minute hangout where only VIPs, like people who are Brightbox members or who purchase a certain amount or donate a certain amount or whatever, can come hang. This has got a vibe. I'm challenging myself to use only Logic's built-in stuff for a little bit of this. Just realized something. Here you go, guys. This will be funny. I can play the Fresh Prince thing over this. Something like that, right? That's hard to do. Okay, I found it. Here we go. I think this will be it. Nope. Woo, it's hard. I can't remember it. It is the Doors thing right now. know what chords I'm playing yet. So it's a D minor. Ha. What have you guys been watching this whole time? My face or my hands? My face, okay. So here's my clumsy ass hands. So, I like that enough that I'm going to put that part in, that Booker T-ish part. Just give myself something to sing over. A little cleaner. The unbeautiful bomb attacked. Oh no. Alright, so that should give me a nice bed to sing over once I loop all this out. Now, obviously it won't be, the entire song won't be these parts happening over and over again, but this is a good way to write for me. So, what we should now hear is a pleasing long loop of this part. So different drum sounds. I like that. That's got immediately like a Broken Bells kind of vibe. No. Too simplistic. Once I get the right vibe, that's what'll happen to me. I'll hear a thing. That's vibey as shit. Alright, this one's called Seismic. I like it. Here comes Silver Lake. This is Silver Lake. This is Snapback. This is Cynthia. No. Tension. Too chill. Tough. Trapdoor. Video Star. That's very 80s. I think I liked this one called Big Room. No, maybe it was Boom Bap. This one's Boom Bap. Yeah, I like that one. The low snare. It's into that low snare. All right, I'm gonna let you guys listen to that properly for a minute. We're gonna bring loop back in, and you're gonna get to hear that instead of through my microphone. You'll get to hear. Hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, do. And I'll just sit there like for a few minutes, and I'll do things like that. I'll go, hey yeah, hey yeah, hey yeah, oh 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 oh, do do dum dum dum, da da dum da day, da dum da dum da day. Oh, oh, eh. Somebody put a phrase you like in the chat box for me. Like, what would you call this song if it was just this instrumental? What would you name it? Ah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Hit me with it, Joe. I love a little. Okay, okay, okay. The other way around. Okay. Oh, we're losing light. We're wasting time. Staying hate here out on the PCH. We're losing night with you and mine. Never knows that I so much to say. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. I like that beginning. We're gonna go something like, and we're losing light, and we're wasting time. Dust and hate driving down the PCH. And I said hi, and on our side. Okay, okay, okay. I like that bit. I'm gonna. You can vanish for a little bit. I don't want you to go away forever. So I'm gonna minimize. Nope, that's the opposite of what I want. You're my Sadie notes. Sadie notes disappear. There you go. Okay. Yeah, we're losing light, killing time. Left no space for hate, driving down the PCH. Let the ocean's mine, you can share the tide. My gift to you. The tide, my gift to you. Alright, I'll go a faster run there. Well, the ocean's mine, we can share the tide, my gift to you. You control the moon if I say you do. Something like that. See if that vibes. Hey, yeah. Just testing a verse idea. Yeah, we're losing light. We're killing time. No space for hate. Driving down the PCH. While the ocean's mine. We can share the tide. My gift to you. You control the moon if I say you do. You control the moon if I say you do. Yeah, that works. That's cool. That's cool. That's a vibe. I dig that. Not sure I'm gonna use it, but that's a lot of fun. So that's the process. That's what it's like. And you know what? For you guys, I'll do one run through where I sing that with some oomph. And hopefully we have a decent mix here in OBS, so you guys can. All right, so my voice needs to be a little louder, I think. All right, let's try this. Yeah, we're losing light and killing time. No space for hate, driving down the PCH. The ocean's mine. We can share the tide. My gift to you. You control the moon if I say you do. Mm. If I say you do, if I say you do. Yeah. So that's our little anthem for the evening, guys. Just realized it's almost 8 o'clock and I've run a half an hour over what I decided that I would start allotting for Monday Method. So we are going to start the goodbyes. I'll do something with this piano jam in the near future. I don't know precisely what, but let's lose the big background and the screen share, and let's bring back my full frame and get big again. Ready? I'm gonna get big again. Here we go. I'm here. I got an oldie for you. Say goodnight. I no longer have the sustain pedal plugged in. Can't play piano without one of those. What am I, a heathen? What kind of nightmare shit scenario is this shit? It's New Year's Day, or a few days past. We made it this far. Go have some fun, 'cause it's 2021. But don't lose sight, don't move too fast. Still stay the fuck home as much as you can. And when you leave your house, put a mask over your face, or stay the fuck home and keep 6 feet away. It's your right to murder anybody who comes closer to you than that. You can trust me, I'm a lawyer, or I play one on TV, or both of those things are lies. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you so much. Thursday's not yet a determined show, but I think it might be a trains show. Might be my Trains and Railroad Songs show. Talk about it in Discord right after this. Log your votes over on the Discord server or in the Red Tower Records group. I'm going to ask Tech Bard Joe Maskey to do a little crowdsourcer post for that stuff in Discord and Facebook for me if he's willing. And I'm going to go eat some food. And say hi to my potato. But if it is Train Show, without giving away any spoilers, I can tell you that one of my top 10 favorite songs in the world would make an appearance in the Train Show thing. So, yeah. Thank you for joining me here on the Monday Method. I really appreciate you. You guys are fantastic. And here's some music to sing us out. Boy!